Where's the camera? Here it is. Hello. Hello, hello. How's it going? We got our free tokens. Love to see it. And I claim all the other stuff. I didn't claim this. New cards came out. Oh, wait. Conquest is locked. No, I'm going to have to restart the game. Which may or may not crash the stream. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm going to switch to my thing just in case. Okay, surprise, it's fixed. Just in time for Crew TV to come with the raid. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. What are you up to today? Yeah, it fixed the issue. Is there stuff I want in here? Just the variant, I guess. Let's try this very silly Ultron Cope deck and see how it goes. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You have a good one as well. So I've been busy recently. Oh, okay. There goes that. I had some pet sitting to do, but all done with that now. So I should have some more time to stream a bit more, hopefully. Can't. This is kind of annoying. What's up, PPJ? The funny emote. Viv. Okay. Buffed Viv. Yeah, they buffed her. Kind of forgot about that. I think we're gonna do this. That was generated, right? No, they're just running stature. Okay. Gonna hope to hit the Omega Sentinel. What's up, DeCarlo? Oh, they could hit my danger, and then the danger doesn't go off. I wonder if they do that this turn or not. Oh, they just do that. Okay, well, joke's on them, because now those cards get buffed. Kind of funny. Oh, that's kind of cool. Never noticed the animation. Super Adaptoid, super go fuck yourself. So rude. They still lose, though, every lane. The Super Adaptoid's such a cringe card. If they made Rogue today, it'd be a fucking 3/5. So stupid. Nocturne can't be a 3/5, but Super Adaptoid, that one, it's okay. They'll make it a 3/4 in 2 months or something. Ham it is. Psylocke. What's up, Cosmic? Good to see ya. Ooh. This is pretty good. No Shang for you, sir. I want Prodigy in this list. Maybe. Although Prodigy, you really need like pretty specific positioning, I feel like. Also, I don't know if we have time for it. Yeah, Jacosta's kind of cool. I have no idea how, if it'll last or not, but there's at least interesting stuff to try with it. The stats weren't looking that great, but I think a lot of the decks were really bad, which happens quite a lot. What's up, Lloyd? Do 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 do. I have a ping. That was my Discord. But yeah, I was working on a project which was pretty cool that you'll see next week, most likely. And it was also actually I should do this. Also working on some magic stuff that I've been meaning to get out for a while, but is actually coming along pretty well. They announced some new PlayStation crossover Secret Lair stuff, which is kind of cool. Looking forward to that. Then we can get some big Jocasta value. What's the lore of Jocasta? Who is this character? Kind of looks like Ultron-y, but I know nothing about them. Ultron built her to be his wife, and she rebelled. Based. Oh, so it's like it's a lore win kind of deck. So they're rocking Agamotto stuff. Bro, how am I getting Cosmic Ghost Rider twice in a row? Also, it's fucked up. He did it to me on turn 4. Alright, well. That's so fucked up. Some misogynistic Ultron. They have a 6 split on it, though. That's fucked up. So, like, the same thing that happened with Vision, yeah. He didn't learn from the first time. How many times do we have to teach you lesson, old man? She was based on Wasp's brain. Interesting. So they're probably gonna wins me. would be my guess. I'm just going to activate this now. The Iron Lad can only be played if you already drew Ultron, unless it's turn 6. Well, you could play him before then. You run a risk with Ultron, but statistically, it's not likely you're going to hit the Ultron. We're living on the edge. Well, they're going to hit me with it again if they have it. It's only turn 4. I'm just going to play this. Maybe we get the thing out. Start growing. I have not tried any discard decks. I really only tried one deck with the card so far. Oh yeah, Lockjaw could be kind of fun. Yeah, I think Hellcow's just likely a bad card. So, Jocasta, Spider, or Ultron? Fuck it. Oh, that's annoying. Wow, that's very good for them and very dog shit for me. We need some awesome Andy cope. I think Safety was playing awesome Andy. Real meta pick is Cobra, surely. Cobra's the nuts. Oof, it went in the wrong lane. If it went left, we win. So we lost to 50-50. Otherwise, we were chilling. Their draw has also been fucking ridiculous. They've had the perfect curves. Yeah, Agamotto Ghost Rider on the final turn was pretty crazy. X23 Surfer. Classic. I just saw someone had something like this with Ultron, and I was like, I'd like to play some Ultron, so that's what I'm doing. I don't have high hopes, but it doesn't help when, you know, I kind of hoped that with the release of additional cards, we wouldn't have as much of the cringe. Everyone plays the exact same thing or plays a hard counter, but I've seen quite a few hard counters running around. It's just such fucking boring gameplay to me. But it is what it is. Well, I'm glad I didn't double Herbie. Their deck is cool, though. But I don't love getting Red Guardian Cosmic Ghost Rider while playing this. That much I am certain of. What is this? 2 Energy 8 next turn. Doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess I activate... No, I don't have to activate now. Horde killer. Yeah. I don't know if Horde's gonna be popular enough, but it might be. Bro, are you kidding me? They did that on 4? Oh, fuck off. And we hit the worst target twice in a row. All right. I'm done with this. They had the hard counters. They fucked us royally. Fun and interactive gameplay. Yippee. What do we get? How did the thing go off twice? There were two things. One of them was the Iron Lad. Kang. Murray is pretty annoying for turn 1 Zabu. Oh, they're playing Arsham Thanos stuff. Lloyd with the Prime for 8 months. Thanks for the support, friend. I appreciate it. Enjoy the lack of ads, the emotes, and these pogfish. Do this. Yeah, a lot of the Jocasta stuff has been pretty combo-y. Yeah, the Twitch ads are kind of funny. I wanted to do a bunch of streaming while the bonus subs thing was going on, but it just didn't work out. I had to puppy sit. Oh, wow. Sad. They were very cute puppies. I did post them in the Discord. If you want to see some cute puppies. And it was nice because they have each other to play with, so they kept each other kind of busy. I just had to like feed them and clean up after them a bit, but they were chill. I'm gonna be watching them a few more times in the next couple weeks for various periods of time. Streaming is about as much as I change my undies. That is deeply concerning, given my recent amount of streaming. That's funny. But yeah, I want to get back to streaming more, but I've also thought about it more, and I am definitely going to be taking more of my content time to work on some YouTube stuff I have ideas for, because I think it's just a much better use of my time. I like streaming a lot, but the amount of time it requires versus like what you get out of the time, I want to put more effort into YouTube things that I'm interested in.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Old Man Junior with the raid. Thanks for the raid, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. What were you up to today? Oh, you're gonna puppy slash dog sit tomorrow too? Cool. Where do I want this? Next turn I get +2 energy, so we Acosta here. +2 energy on 4 would get me to 6. 6 doesn't really do a ton right now. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. Hope you have a good day too. What's up, metal? Alright, what do we got here? This. It's a pretty good Kang for them. +2 energy gets me to 7. And then this would get me to 9. And I think I want the power here. Actually, getting the rock could be okay. Yeah, the rock is good here. What's up, hombre? Yeah, I haven't been able to stream very much the past week or so. But gonna try and get back to more of that this week, hopefully. I'm gonna snap. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I've been working on some projects that I'm looking forward to sharing. How am I feeling about Snap these days? It's a good question. Do this. Hit the Enchantress. This is how much? -7. Then this. Then this. Okay, they just left. I like Snap as a game, but I have not felt very compelled to play it very much in the past month. Like, I have played, aside from, I played like a few games with the new card yesterday. Aside from that, I hadn't played the game since like Thursday or something. And it's not like it's like a meta thing or something like that. It's more just like, I don't know. I just haven't found it super what I want to. There have been so many other things I want to spend my time on. Is really the biggest thing. There's just a lot more competing with my time now than there used to be. And also, I've played like a pretty insane amount of Snap over time. So I think naturally, you just get interested in other things over time and play things left. Like been playing a bunch of Borderlands 4. That game's been really fun. I've been playing Helldivers with some friends. Just a lot of different stuff. do this. It's annoying. Oh, that's just in their deck. Kind of wild. No Silent Hill F. I never really played the Silent Hill games when I was younger. I'd probably fuck with it. I'm not the hugest horror person, but I'm not like anti-horror. Like I like the Resident Evil games. Um, but there's just been so much. There's been so many games, so little time to play them all. To leave. Hades 2 came out, and I haven't had time to even really get to that. I'm getting Megabonk. I have not picked up Megabonk, but I know I will like it. How's all the Activate All In going? It has been bad because of the hate, as you saw in our games. It has not been going great because there is a lot of hate. Although I don't even know if this version's very good in general. I just thought it might be fun. It has been pretty fun. Zombies go nom nom guy like Resident Evil, yeah. I do like Resident Evil. I kind of want to play some horror themed games this month though on stream. Yeah, Scarlet's kind of neat, and he synergizes with the whole Patriot thing we're doing. It seems very unlikely to me Patriot Ultron will be any good, but gotta try. Wait, extra energy next turn. 4, 5, 6. I think this is worth doing because it gives me better odds on the Stark Industries. Oh, they're ice cubing. Well, it's nice to see Ultron, so we don't have to worry about getting Ultron off the lad. Yeah, I made a list of the games that are coming out. Oh, you know what I'm definitely going to stream in October? We're going to do the Plants vs. Zombies remake. Plants vs. Zombies is an all-time favorite game of mine, and they're doing like a remaster slash remake or something. And it's only like $20, and it has some new content, and I'm excited for it. So we're definitely going to be doing that. Wait, did I do that right? Jocasta first. And I think that's like mid-October. I have a list. Let me look at my list. I was trying to budget out my gaming purchases for the rest of the year. Clover Pit came out, which also looks cool. Ghost of Yotei tomorrow, but I'm not buying that one on release because I still have to beat the DLC. Do they work on a card that's already been activated? They do. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't tried that out. Ball Pit. Oh yeah, Battlefield's coming out. I'm gonna play that with some friends. Pokemon's coming out. I'm gonna ask my opponent very nicely not to Shang-Chi me. Heimdall. Does that kill me? I think so. By 1? Yeah, by 1. Fuck. Fuck you, Zabu! Taking up my board space. Yeah, Pokemon Replanted is on the 23rd. And I'm definitely going to stream that game. I hadn't heard by that about that show before. Dude, some things never change. Playing as an Arsham, always annoying, always cringe. I heard Arsham was coming back a little bit. Is that like true? I don't think it's great, but I've heard its popularity has gotten a little higher. Which, that is one surefire way to make me play less of this game. Every 4th game is Arsham. Oh boy. If that's the case, I foresee variety streams in our future. Because fuck that shit. It sounds great as a Darkhawk enjoyer. No, you don't understand. Play Darkhawk and then they draw fucking Shang-Chi and Enchantress every game and you get punished for playing the counter that should be better. That's how true Arsham gamers play the game. Oh, cool. Yeah, let's just save a little bit of our time here. Let's save a little bit of time. Just move on out of here. Oh, and now we've got a bug. Cool. Small indie company. I can't do anything. Interesting. Very interesting. Guess I have to restart the game. Yep, game heard me talking shit about Arsham. Said no game for you. Alright, 1 sec. Well, at least it didn't crash the stream. Havoc. Any chance Second Inner has communicated to creators about nuking the Alliance Hordes? Well, I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to talk about that. I also need to grab some Alliance things. No is the short answer. There has not been any communication I've seen. People have been asking about it. But yeah, people have been asking about it, and we haven't heard anything. It doesn't make any sense for it to be like. I'm very much convinced this is a bug because if you look, there is no like this. Just it just doesn't look right. I guess there are. Is this how many it normally is? Is it normally 5? It just like I don't know what they could be thinking if this was an intentional thing. There was an overwhelming amount of praise about making the alliance rewards easier and giving out good stuff from them, and then now it's randomly dog shit again. It's like, yeah, it's a great idea when people have already been having alliances decline in recent months because of people stopping playing the game. Um, yeah, I feel like aren't there normally like more things here? I don't remember because I don't look at this that often. But aren't there usually like 6 things in each tab or whatever? I don't. Yeah, that is the one joke I've seen passing around is well, this is where all the good stuff from Deadpool's Diner came from. They took it out of alliances or whatever. Isn't this the old rewards design? I think so. I know the points is the old rewards. It used to be 120 points. So my guess is it's a bug. But here's what I don't understand. If it is a bug, I feel like we should have heard about that by now. Why does it take a full day to be like, yes, we have confirmed it is a bug? Like, shouldn't they be able to quickly be like, hey, people responsible for Alliance stuff, what's going on with this? Even if they don't know the cause of the bug, they should be able to say, oh yeah, that's not what we're trying to do. The silence on it is not encouraging. I just don't understand. Don't really understand how. Like, I don't know what would complicate that process to where they can't be like, yeah, it's a bug. We're working on it. That's really all you have to say. But silence on it is just making more people think it's not a bug and then making people upset. And thinking, oh man, I'm already discouraged. Now I'm even more discouraged. And it's like, I don't know. If it were me, I'd be hopping on getting this info out as soon as possible. I just can't think of what would prevent them from doing that unless the people who are responsible for the alliance stuff are just out of, like, on vacation or something. I don't know. Yeah, I saw the report thing, but I looked into that and I'm pretty confident that the support person was just using AI to answer the question. I'm fairly confident that was just a support person who doesn't know anything who used AI to answer the question, and it gave a pretty stock answer as far as the support goes. Those responsible for sacking the people responsible have been sacked, yeah. Don't blame me, yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just very weird. I don't like bugs aren't that weird, right? Shit happens. I'm not going to pretend to understand the intricacies of code and game development because that's not my area. I'm pretty understanding that bugs happen. Some are worse than others, some are more complicated than others, sure. But my area of understanding is communications, and this seems like a pretty big communications fuck up to me. Like I don't understand why it's hard to be like, hey, yeah, there's a bug. Or if it's not a bug, like, and that then people get nervous and it's like, well, if it's not a bug, are they taking this time to figure out a nice way to say, yeah, we're just doing some silly testing again, guys. Pay no mind. We hear you. And it's like, we hear you. That's why we made the alliance rewards shitty again. Changing them from 120 to 90 was actually what got people completing the alliance stuff again. Like, we almost never hit 120, and I'm pretty sure we've hit the alliance rewards every time since they lowered it to 90. It was a universally praised thing. It was just a net positive for the game. And it's like, I know they do like to test stuff, but I also don't think they've ever had it where the personal reward is just credits and boosters. I think there's always been another thing. So my instinct leans heavily towards this being a bug, but I just don't understand what makes it so hard to say that, right? Because we've been asking for answers internally too. And I have nothing to report on that front. It's gonna be some we forgot to push the update in December, like the conquest thing. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I would think at a time where at least the community online side of the game has definitely been declining, you'd want to like get ahead of problems like this. Be proactive, not reactive. But what do I know? What do I know? Because that is clearly what's not going on. Yeah, maybe the YouTube chat is right. We'll get a response late on Friday afternoon. Yeah, like people were really happy with the diner. Honestly, literally, the only thing I wish was different about the diner was I wish it was slightly longer. Because I didn't get to engage with it as much on the second half of it because I just was busy. I had other stuff going on. Um, and I would have liked to play it more. Like, really, the diner I think was one of the best things they've ever done. It was pretty hype, and everyone was really happy about it. Like, they cooked with it pretty damn hard. Better than Conquest Mode? Agreed. Super agree on that one. It was better than Conquest Mode. Pardon our dust, yeah. A lot of dust to be pardoning. It was also really interesting because we got to see what the game is like without a snapping mechanic, which is I found that quite interesting. Yeah, it was just like a true casual mode and the rewards were gas. And I think that's what a lot of people just want out of the game is like it to be pretty casual and have some good rewards. Well, their Invisible Woman's dead. That's good for me. Yeah, I'm sure not everyone liked how different it was, which is fine. But I definitely liked it. I liked having a chill mode. Well, we got there. Were diner rewards supposed to be that generous? I believe they came out and said yes. If I recall correctly, they said the diner rewards were as intended. My guess is it's gonna be like Sanctum. Remember how Sanctum 1 was like I'm pretty sure the most generous mode in the game before Diner. It might still be the most generous mode in the game because it actually gave you cards outside of the event cards. I don't know. Someone would probably have to do the math, and that someone is not me. But we saw Sanctum 2 wasn't as crazy with it. I think they definitely had an incentive to make it better because Diner had such poor performance the second time, I'm pretty sure. which is why it took so long to come back. So I imagine next time Diner comes back, it won't be as good as his last time, but I don't think it has to be as good as his last time to still be good. It's weird. They do a lot of like iterating and testing, which I understand how it makes sense from their end, but I think it makes the player base feel like a bunch of fucking lab rats sometimes. The way they do their testing, it's not something I enjoy most of the time. Like, to me, it just seems like they're pulling levers to see, like, all right, what's the most optimal way we can give away like the minimum while still making people happy to not affect like the bottom line. Maybe that's cynical, but what it feels like to me. Kept thinking Jacosta's an on reveal. You're not alone. I did the same thing the first game I played the card. So don't feel too bad about that. Even if the rewards weren't great, didn't make me stupid. High voltage does it to me when I go back to Lyra. Yeah, true. Definitely feel that. Should make a mode where the game plays the cards for you with the AI, and then they can add a feature where it makes the deck for you too. Yeah. I bet there'd be some people who would like that. It's basically what the auto playing mobile games are, right? And those are like surprisingly successful. I'm looking forward to the season pass card next month though, because it gives me an excuse to play Kitty Pryde again. And I haven't played Kitty Pryde in a long time. Many moons. Gambit. Fuck you, Gambit. Hit Surge. Hit Surge. Thank you. Oh, we could ham the... This is actually really good for me. Pretty cool. The deck builder, I got the card, noped after that. Play snap to snap. Yeah, see, I think that's totally fair. I think the casual nature of the mode is definitely not going to appeal to a certain like subset of players. I'm very curious to how the more casual audience reacted to it, because I feel like they probably appreciated it more than anybody. And I definitely find myself more in the more casual boat more recently, whereas I used to be more like competitively oriented. I was really hoping we hit Khonshu. Sad. Lost 8 cubes in the classic. Nah, they don't have Shang. What's up, Emma? It is a classic. Yeah. It's basically like high voltage, right? Like high voltage is I don't really like sometimes I'm in the mood for just fucking around. Like it's good for streaming sometimes because it can be fun just to fuck around and not have to think about it. But now that they've been offering it more often, like when they offer high voltage with no card or whatever, I usually don't play it at all because I just don't care very much. Unless, you know, sometimes they shake up the ban list and then it's like, all right, I'll see what is different. But so I definitely feel that way about some of the modes too. And ideally, they get to a point where they have, you know, modes that appeal for all the different groups of players, right? How do I like the deck? It's okay. I would not call it great, but it's kind of fun. I've had fun playing it. Yeah, I do like that I think it's better to have the casual high voltage than to not. Because it's really like no real opportunity cost, right? Like they just run it, and the people who like it get to play a bunch of high voltage, and if you don't like it, you can just ignore it without caring. Or you can play a little bit and get a few cosmetics or whatever. Wow, these are definitely locations. Is Ham a 5-star card within this deck? He sure is. He sure is. Ham has actually been really good with Jocasta, I feel like. Oh, I am in a whole lot of trouble here, I feel like. What's the best hit for me here? With Lad. Honestly, the hits aren't very good. I'm just gonna do this and activate. Well, if this blows up, I'm leaving anyway, right? So hit Ham. Okay. Retreat avoided. And my favorite card for the zombie season is definitely what's it called? The pass card. Scarlet Witch. It's MODOK in time. Yeah, the Omega Sentinel might save me. So they have Big Conchu. We do it this way because it's random where this Omega Sentinel is going to hit. So now if the Conchu goes mid, we win, right? Yeah, we beat tie breaks. Cool. Yeah, it's crazy how many emotes people were able to farm. Honestly, I don't even think you will have to go all in on the Horde stuff. Like, the deck I built for doing Horde stuff, you really only need Zombie Scarlet Witch and Zombie Giant Man, who I think is the Series 4 card. I think as long as you have those two cards, you can have a playable Horde deck. I'm actually not convinced most of the other Horde cards are very good. I think Wanda and Zombie Giant Man are by far the best ones by like a wide margin. But we'll see. I like this variant for Jocasta a lot. Pretty good chibi. But yeah, I've been working on a bunch of Magic stuff. I'm hoping to have my first like main Magic video up soon. And one thing I've been working on that I think might interest some of you, if you've ever been interested in diving into the world of Magic, is so they just did this Spider-Man crossover set, right? And there's been a lot of discourse about it for a lot of different reasons that it's complicated to get into. But one of the nice things about the set is most of the cards are really cheap because there has been a lower amount of interest from a lot of players. And so as a result of that, I built, I think, like 6 different... Oh, shit. Actually, it could be worse. I built like 6 different budget commander decks that are focused around the Spider-Man cards to serve as kind of an intro point for someone who might be interested in getting into the game. And that is what one of the... It's not going to be the first video I do on that, but that is going to be like one of the first ones. Because I've been having a lot of fun getting back into Magic. It's been a really good time. And I think especially for people who might not have played it before, I probably should have snapped back. You can find a lot of stuff to like about it if you like card games. And even though I have my complaints with the Spider-Man set, there are some pretty fun cards in it that were pretty fun to build around. Just wish regular Scarlet Witch was better. That's fair. I think she's seeing some play in C3 right now, but seems like a card that's hard to tweak. How much do I need to invest in Magic if I like the Spider-Man theme? That's a great question. So basically, what I recommend getting into is the multiplayer format, Commander, because it's the more casual format. It's an eternal format, so you don't have to worry about your cards rotating and all that stuff. Oh man, maybe I should have just played Ultron on the right. Because I think I'm going to lose now. I didn't actually think about that. It's my fault. So, for the... I can pull it up here. It varies per deck, but if you haven't heard of Commander, it's a singleton format, so you only need one of each card, and you have 100 card decks. So I kept it so all the decks I brewed are under $100. So on average, every individual card should be $1 or less, and some of them are cheaper. Like some are closer to the 50 to 60 range, whereas others are closer to like the upper end of the budget. You can get pre-constructed decks, but they don't have pre-constructed decks for the Spider-Man set. So that's kind of what I was trying to do, was to make a deck you can just order the cards for, and it's like your own pre-constructed deck. But the nice thing about it is once you have your deck, you don't ever have to like do anything else to it. Like you can add to it or tweak it if you want, but you don't have to worry about updating it with new cards all the time or things rotating or being balanced or whatever. It's just like you buy a deck and you have the deck for forever. Damn, losing Ultron sucks. And they get free Proxima. Yikes. It's real bad for me. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I'll link them in chat for anyone who wants to take a look. I have a folder that has the 6 decks I built. What's up, Master Puppet? Good to see ya. But so I built decks. I tried to have it be varied. So we have Spider-Man and Symbiote Spider-Man and Silk as like representing like the hero side of things. Then you have Venom, Kraven, and Doc Ock as like the villain side of things. And I tried to make it so the decks are relatively balanced against each other. I need to do more testing to be sure of that, but it's one of those things where if you've ever been interested in it, and you like the Spider-Man stuff, it's a pretty good time to jump in, I think. I also made it so the decks are only 2 colors, as I think 2 colors, it's easier to build a budget deck, and it's easier to, I think, get a grasp on the game with 2 color decks. Because if you don't know much about Magic, there are 5 different colors, and you can mix and match them as you see fit. But I try to keep it to 2, because I think it just makes things a little easier to understand. I'm pretty proud of how the decks came out, though. I love brewing decks for Commander. I think it's really fun. One of the most appealing things about the format to me is it is a very casual format, and the single card restriction encourages you to get kind of creative with what you run. Like, there's like, you don't need to just jam in all the generically good cards. You can go for like more themed stuff, or some people do decks based on like different art, or you can really get away with quite a lot in the format depending on your local like meta of what people end up playing. But I've been playing a bunch of it at the store by me the last, I don't know, I started going like 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And I go once or twice a week. Yeah, the Spider-Man theme is really cool. And what's nice is, even though the price of buying packs and the other products where you're like opening boosters and stuff, in my opinion, is kind of high and overpriced. But if you just buy the actual cards, like 98% of them are really cheap. So instead of wasting money gambling on cards that you probably won't use most of anyway, you can just spend less than that and get a deck you can actually play the game with. And I think Spider-Man has some really fun designs. Like, I really enjoyed building the decks, and I think they're all very thematic. Like, Doc Ock has a theme of like building all around villains. Theodorus, with great power comes great mercenary streams. Very true. Thanks for the support, friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's get some pogfish. Where do I want to put this? I guess I want it to be... I don't want it to be in my Ultron lane. I'm going to put it here, I guess. Yeah, the decks for... Damn, now I kind of wish I put it right. Oh, you could Danger, though. Danger's actually quite good here. YOLO, I trust Danger. We're living dangerously. I tried to make it so all the decks represent different stuff in the game. Like, they all play pretty differently. There's a Reanimator deck. One of them focused around like stun counters, like tapping your opponent's creatures. One makes a bunch of tokens. Activate on play turn. So Jocasta activates your other activated cards without using up their abilities. So you can use her to activate an activate card you just played. And then next turn, I'm going to use Danger on its own. Definitely the kind of card I think Activate has needed for a while to be better. See you, Dracula. Although Khonshu's still kind of scary, not gonna lie. Khonshu is still a little spooky. I think we just outpower them. But yeah, it's something I want to spend more time this week or weekend doing, is putting together these Magic videos. I did some shorts for... They're doing some crossovers with PlayStation for some new cards that are coming out later this month that I think are going to be quite cool. Kind of looking forward to that. We're good. Yeah, I'll be honest, I did not do the math. Just locked in and hoped. I figured the Gambit would die, so it probably makes it pretty close. Big win though, big win. It's kind of crazy how people memed on the thing really hard when he came out and said he was like one of the worst, and I think he ended up being one of the best Fantastic Four cards once they nerfed Mr. Fantastic. He had a real glow up. Man, believer since release based. Safety was a believer too, and turned out to be right. So gotta respect it. Another deck I built, which I think is actually might be the first video I do, is so Magic does a thing called pre-release. Essentially, like the weekend before the new set comes out, you can get a box that has 6 packs and a special foil card, and you make a small deck out of those packs, the cards you get in the packs, and you play against a bunch of people who do the same. So I went to pre-release for the first time in years at my store for the Spider-Man set, and I ended up pulling a pretty cool Miles card. And I decided to build a deck out of it. And I think that's what's going to be the first thing I do. That's the one I've actually like scripted a bunch of. Actually, I should put this on the right. Oh, too late. Yeah, I should have stacked it on the right. Oh, well, actually, it wouldn't have mattered because I got danger. My opponent was getting pissed because I kept misminutesing every time I started a new round. That's funny. We'll do this, I guess. Not an ideal set of locations. 34 card Monte is my first game. Turn 3 Red Guardian on Kid Omega into wins. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I detest any time Arsham becomes even remotely popular, forever and always. Haha. No Gambit for you, sir. Oh, wait, this is kind of sick, actually. Because now I do this. I blast Morbius with the Sentinel. And then I use the thing to kill it. That's the only way we win this game. Oh, we were in Proving Grounds. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know why people sweat out the Proving Grounds. I guess some people do it for missions or whatever, but it is annoying. Do, 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 do. They had a lot of chibis this month, huh? I just now noticed this. Wait, why is it only locking onto this one and not this one? Maybe it's a visual bug? Do, do, do. Okay, that should save me. Yeah, look at this play. What a sick play. It's clobbering time. That was probably the most fun set of games we've had with the deck so far. They were fucking us up pretty badly in the first half, not gonna lie. Close games. Yeah, I think it's that the visual effect doesn't realize, because obviously it still targeted the ongoing card. It's just the visual effect is weird. Do 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 do. Activate cards. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, you'd think they're gonna say something about this, but I haven't heard anything. Have not heard anything. Do 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 do. Yeah, the end of turn stuff can pop off pretty hard. Do 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 do. I want to show. Let's see. It was pretty funny. So they for the Magic PlayStation crossover thing, they put it up on the website, but they only had a few of the cards. And they're like, here are the main new mechanical cards, and the other ones are reprints. And they're like, we'll reveal the other ones later. And someone found out that they noticed there were like numbers in the. Oh, that's new. They noticed there were numbers in the URL, and so they just changed the numbers, and they got to see the unrevealed cards. Had me laughing pretty hard. That feels like such a funny oversight. See if I can find the list here. Symbiote Spider-Man. He's a menace. So yeah, they're doing Last of Us 1 and 2. They're doing original God of War Kratos. They're doing new God of War Kratos and Atreus. Nathan Drake, Alloy, and Jin. I think that's the full list, yeah. These are coming out like at the end of the month or so. As someone who enjoys many of those games, I'm looking forward to it. What died? Danger. Extra energy doesn't really help me. We'll do this. Thing doesn't trigger after Suji. I was wondering about that. Still my best play, right? It is still my best play. No Astrobot? I know, right? Although I kind of think they might do Astrobot as like the bonus card. They usually include a bonus card with them. And I'm thinking Astrobot is going to end up being the bonus card. Like they might do land or something for Astrobot as the bonus card to tie them all together. I wish they did fucking Bloodborne, man. I wanted them to do Bloodborne. That would have been real cool. But that would require Sony acknowledging Bloodborne exists, and that's not allowed. Eliath. Rude. Although, wait, that kind of saved me. Thank you, Eliath. You won me the game. Why does this show on the wrong card? Maybe that's a visual bug too. Let's see, anything good in here? As you can see, I have not been spending my credits. Because, I mean, I just haven't been splitting cards. 50 gold, that's not bad. Credits, gold, damn, we're on a hot streak. Actually goated boxes. Game heard me talking about not spending the credits. I was like, here, have some more. Maybe you'll spend them. Yeah, I kind of hit the point where there's not really anything I want to split very much. And also because of them releasing more new cards, my bonus booster shop is now all clogged up. And I don't play the new cards enough to actually earn boosters for these. I could just upgrade them until they get to infinity and then they'll cycle out, but I just don't care that much, to be honest with you. I'm going to try and save credits as I can for in 8 years when they fix Mastery. Kind of cool. I've liked a lot of the chibis they've been doing this month, though. They've been neat. I think the art on these is cool. I think it's so stupid they made this a 3-5, though. Like, it's funny when it's like, no, we want tech cards to be less pushed, like Red Guardian. Obviously, Red Guardian is, he was just a universally good card, even if he wasn't, like, teching stuff. But, like, it's like, why the fuck is this a 3-5, man? Weird decision. It just makes things very swingy in a way that I don't think is like super interesting. This is the deck like a lot of people have been playing. Although I took the car out of it because the car was kind of dog shit and I was trying Human Torch, but I saw some people had pretty good runs with it, but I didn't really like it that much. Also, I learned the hard way if you have a million like end of turn effects and then Havoc can run out of energy to steal. Kind of forgot about that interaction. It did get me at least once. Prime Gaming brand is being retired. Fear not, there are no changes to Prime perks on Twitch. Dude, I don't even know. What was Prime Gaming? Was that them giving away free stuff? Yeah, it was like free games, right? Interesting. Yeah, it feels like there hasn't been a whole lot going on in like the Snap world, right? Like I haven't really missed very much. The main event was the diner. People really liked the diner for all the free stuff. I enjoyed streaming diner. I wish I could have. That's like one of the few limited time events I wish ran longer because it just didn't line up well with my schedule. But I still got a fair amount of time in on it. There's another one I saw that was kind of interesting. I do think in general the shell the shell with the thing is quite strong. This deck was really fun though. This was when I was one of the few decks I was actually playing off stream that I really liked. It was pretty cool. Rare 2099 deck. I'm gonna play some of this. I wanted to spend some of these credits though, because I'm getting near the cap. What do I spend them on? I don't have any boosters for Victoria. Bummer. I've hit that point where I have pretty good splits for a lot of the cards. I have enough boosters to keep splitting, and the ones I would want them on, I don't have a lot of boosters for. I guess I could do Copycat. The card's kind of always playable. We go for a gold Juggernaut. Yeah, fuck it, I'll split Jug. Let's see what we get. Can hit Modon. Sure. Okay. That's an upgrade. Sure. Looking good. Do 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 do. I love this variant. I wish Spider-Man was a more useful card. He has some niche applications where he does shine, but it's not a lot of stuff I play very often. But man, the variant goes dumb hard. I have low-key thought about proxying some of the Spider-Man Magic cards with some of the Snap variants. Like just taking the art for this and slapping it on a Magic card. Because damn, it goes hard. It goes hard as hell. I did want to take a look really quickly at Snap Fan. I wanted to look at the release schedule because I do not pay as much attention to this as I used to. So I want to see what's coming out and when. Need a little Spider-Woman buff. I would be pretty for that. Honestly, low-key, I think Spider-Woman is one of the underrated, like, Series 1 cards, where it's like, it's not like she's amazing or anything, but I think she's better than she gets credit for. It's just like 5 cost is really awkward cost, and not super impactful, but I think it's better than a lot of people think she is, as someone who's used to play her a fair bit. So we have Colonel America. Your other cards here have +1 power for each turn you've discarded a card. Zombie Power Man. End of turn, if you're winning here, discard the leftmost card. Any discard enjoyers here? Are these any good? I have no idea. I feel like discard is such a tight list nowadays. I don't know if you have space for these cards. This could be good. I mean, discarding the left is good. Makes you wonder if this is one of the reasons they nerfed Colleen. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing her get a little love. The 2 cards I think are going to be coolest for this month, though, for the zombie horde stuff, are Zombie Scarlet Witch and Zombie Giant Man. If you don't know how horde works, it spawns a zombie horde in another location, so it can't spawn it where the horde card is. And then your other hordes grow the zombie horde. So every time you play a card in her lane, she buffs the horde by 2, which can be quite good with Kitty or move cards, that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff, like Kitty, Elsa, Hope, shenanigans. So I'm definitely going to be trying this out. It's definitely the most, it's the Horde card I'm most excited for. Don't really have much of a read on the discard cards if these are going to be good or not. I think Zombie Giant Man will be quite good if Wanda is good. Disrespect this game has for Jean and Wanda and power levels insane. True, they are really powerful characters, huh? I feel like on paper Jean's effect is powerful, but it's not in reality. Like it's a very cool concept. I used to really like playing with Jean. And at least Wanda's is thematic. Um Headpool, this might be okay in like Morgan decks or Dormammu decks, maybe. Zombie Mr. Fantastic. Give 4 of your created cards +1 power. So this actually is a shit ton of stats in the right deck. Also with Jocasta, I don't know if you really want this in a Jocasta deck, but on reveal, so you get, naturally it's a 2/4, and if you can get the most use out of its activate, it's a 2/8. I don't think you will get 2/8 very often, but yeah, all the zombie cards are just another, they're just a different version of other characters. Although we do have like 3 Mr. Fantastic now. What if Jean Grey could move once? Would that be better? I think that would be a much better card. Slapping the ability to move on any card is like a pretty big buff, but it'd be especially big buff with Jean. It's kind of thematic because the Phoenix Force can move. I actually really like that idea. Limited time game mode for the Hunger, which is essentially just a 1/3. This is good with Zombie Scarlet Witch, though, because you can play it on her lane and it doesn't take up a space, but it'll trigger her effect. Zombie Captain Marvel. Activate, destroy your other cards here. You get +3 power for each. Move to a location you're losing. I don't think this is good. Like, maybe if you have a bunch of fodder to destroy, but I don't know. The power of Captain Marvel is the fact that she moves at the end of the game. Moving, like, I guess you could do it on turn 6, but moving before that I think isn't as useful. I wonder if this guy will actually come out. I feel like this is not actually going to come out like the first time. Dum Dum was like data mined to come out during the What If season, but he did not. But maybe they'll toss him somewhere. I don't know. Zombie Sentry is kind of interesting. He is our only Horde card that is variable, so he can give you more Horde if your right location's really full. That could be good. Like, if you can build like a zoo-like Horde deck, then I think Zombie Sentry will be good. If not, probably not. He's another limited time game mode card. And then Zombie Galacti. This is the really weird one of the bunch. And I don't think anyone's 100% on how this card is going to work. But here's my theory. So start a game, choose 6 other cards in your deck. On reveal, transform those cards into copies of this. So looking at this and then looking at its stats and its costs, it's like, why would you do this? And the answer is simple. Buffs and cost reduction seem to be the idea. So you either ramp or you get buffs in your hand or some cost reduction. You want to make Zombie Galacti bigger, and then the payoff is you're upgrading your other cards, right? But it seems like a lot of hoops to jump through, personally. I'm not really convinced. I think it's going to be fun, but I don't think it's going to be good. So, in general, I think it is going to be a more middling season. And these are my 2, like, standout cards. These are the ones I'm actually, like, quite excited to play with. I'm interested to see if this one and Sentry end up being any good, but not really interested in Zombie Captain Marvel. And then November, what do we have? November is the Spider-Man stuff. I'm looking forward to this card. Superior Spider-Man. End of turn, if you have a card with increased power in play, you get +1 energy next turn. That just seems like a strong effect. I also just really like Superior Spider-Man because that's one of the few comic runs I've read, and I really enjoyed it. I'm actually building a commander deck for Superior Spider-Man. His magic card's pretty cool, too. I'll show it. It's very thematic. So he has mind swap, so you can have him enter as a copy of any creature in a graveyard, except he's still called Superior Spider-Man and he's still a 4/4, and you exile the other one, so it's like in the comic when he mind swaps with Spider-Man. Very thematic. Yeah, like on paper as a concept, I didn't think I would like it that much. Like it sounded kind of cheesy to me. If you don't know Superior Spider-Man, it's basically Doc Ock swaps consciousness with Spider-Man as he is dying. And so they mind swap and he is in Peter Parker's body and he decides to become Spider-Man and but he's like, I'm gonna do it my way and I'm gonna do it better. And it's actually a banger, and that happens at the very beginning. It's not like a big spoiler or anything. That's like the very start of the comic. And it's a really fun read. I kept reading through it when I would travel. I had it on my tablet, and the story was really good. I have to say it. They cooked with it. It was a very good story. Would recommend. Beats the tar to the Avengers at one point. Yeah, it's funny. Like, if I recall correctly, he like straight punches off Scorpion's jaw or something, and he's like, "Damn, wait, he's been holding back this whole time." It's really good. Like, I can't compare it to the other Spider-Man comics because I haven't read much Spider-Man. Um, like I went back and read Kraven's Last Hunt a while ago because I know that one's iconic and that was fun. It's more an old school one, but I really enjoyed Superior Spider-Man. If you're looking for a different take or twist on a superhero comic, it was really good. Highly recommend it. And I love how they did a very good job capturing the flavor of it with the card. Stan Slott, longest running writer of the title. Really interesting. Yeah, Kraven's Last Hunt was really good. I was mainly curious because I know they software referencing some parts of that in the Spider-Man 2 story. Like it was a pretty different story, but like you could tell they definitely pulled some ideas. And so I was kind of curious because I really liked the Spider-Man 2 game. I need to go back. I've actually been really in a Spider-Man mood. So I kind of want to go back and finish getting the other trophies for that because I 100%ed the first game and it was really fun, but I didn't 100% the second one yet. I'm really excited for the Venom game though that was leaked that they're making a Venom game. I love Venom. Venom's my favorite Marvel character. So I'm really excited to get a whole game where you get to play as Venom. I imagine it's a ways out. They just showed off Wolverine and I'm looking forward to that too because Wolverine's one of my other favorite Marvel people. Hugh Jackman's the GOAT. So I'm looking forward to that game. Let's see, Man Spider merge the last card you played into this. When it merges, double its power. That could be good. Web Sling on reveal next turn. You can move one of your cards away from here. That's an interesting cheap skill. Season Pass is Spider Punk. You can move this once. When this moves to a location, steal 2 power from the highest power enemy there. So it's like a 3/6 that can move once. That seems strong. This is going to be really funny in Screen Mirrors. Ezekiel Sims. After you play a card with higher power here, give this +2 and move it to another location. Interesting. That's a potentially powerful 2-drop. Scalers are usually good when they have stats like this. Although I guess it gets harder to keep scaling it. So maybe not. Because it keeps growing and then you need to play something bigger to trigger the effect. Spider-Man Noir 4/4. On reveal, if your other cards in play cost exactly 8 total, add the top card of your deck here, so it's power to 8. It's a really strong effect that I think is going to be really hard to pull off. Chameleon. Copy the text of another card you revealed here this turn. Could be good. Deafening Chord. Click an enemy card here that costs 3 less with -1 power and move its text. Seems like it could be a powerful tech. Hydroman, set the cost of each deck's top card to 1. This card feels like it's Mobius's new best friend. You play Mobius, you play Hydroman, you profit, your opponent is sad. Dum Dum showing up again. Dum Dum will continue to show up until morale improves. Prowler 3/4. Add 2 Thieves' Tools to your hand. Set their cost to 0 if a card moved last turn. The Thieves' Tools. 1 mana. Flick the highest power card here with -2. Give your highest power card here +2 power. You get energy for next turn. Give your highest power 1 card. Move it to the right. Interesting. This is cool. This is Kate Bishop-esque. I like that. I like that. Oh, they're going to have zombie versions of all. Oh, look. Rian Celine. Can I search this? I wanted to see. Oh, is this going to do this for all the variants? Oh, no. I just want to see what characters are getting Rian variants. Because I don't know if I have enough gold to keep up with this. Zombie Sentry is getting one. Zombie Galacti. Oh, did she do one for all the zombies? The Hunger. Oh my god. They gave her all the zombies, didn't they? They did. On one hand, I like that because these are fun. But on the other hand, I do not have enough gold to buy all these, and I'm not gonna buy more gold to do so. So I guess I'll just get the ones I really like and hope I luck into the other ones over time. Because I have all the Rian variants as of like currently released, but if they're doing one for every one of these cards, I do not have anywhere near that gold. Probably get the Scarlet Witch and the Zombie Giant Man one though, because those are the ones I'm most excited for. And do we know December yet? We know it's Wolverine stuff. We don't know much more than that. Yeah, Prowler looks quite good. I think the pass card will be quite good too. I think Spider-Punk will be good. I think Superior Spider-Man's probably good too. November seems stronger than October, for sure. I think November seems quite a bit stronger. Want a return of Cool Korg. Cole Korg. Yeah, it'd be nice if they brought that back. Can't wait to use Prowler and Werewolf. Yeah, it's a fun combo. They lends itself very well to the Werewolf. But definitely some interesting stuff. Yeah, they don't know anything about. I was gonna be surprised if they had stuff for January. Usually we don't know things that far ahead. But yeah, this deck was pretty fun. I don't think it's that great, but it was a good time, if nothing else. I'm not sure if Surge was actually that good, but it makes sense. We just wanted a lot of cost reduction and redundancy so we can get our 4s on 3. Ham was pretty good. Omega Sentinel, Danger, Scarlet Spider all did quite a bit of work. The Patriot was actually surprisingly relevant, even outside of Ultron, just for like the Scarlet Spider stuff. So that was kind of nice. But I think I'm gonna wrap it there for today because there's some other stuff I want to get done. I want to keep working on these projects I'm working on. Except for Man Spider, gonna put him Darkhawk Pixie. That sounds fun. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will try and stream when I can. It's definitely gonna be more sporadic. Because I think really the best use of my time is to focus on making the stuff I want to put out on YouTube the best it can be. So that's what I'm going to be trying to put more work into. Because I have some really cool ideas for this magic stuff I want to cover, and I just need to put in the time and do it. So I can get the ball rolling. But thanks for hanging out. I hope you had fun. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Friday. But we'll see what happens. I'll send you guys to Perry. Show him some love. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah. And I'll see you next time. Peace.